Hello. Welcome to Friday. I couldn't take the mellow restaurant music. All right, how's everybody doing? Small crowd tonight. Ocean Roleplay. Hello. Is that somebody by a different name that I know elsewhere? I have a guess. Wow! Rich. Thank you very much for the $10. Way too kind. All right, you guys want to see some new stuff? Those clouds look good. I turned off the volumetric clouds to get my frames back because it was terrible. Those EMB volumetric clouds are nasty. Why is the sky blinking? Okay. Let me look at my list. I know, let's see, we released, let me go to the right places. Sandy's always a good place to play. Okay. And of course there are no cars here. There's one over there. Something I released, I think last week, maybe? Was the standalone push car script. I think this one's dead. I don't think it's push. Oh no, there it is. You know, if you want to push a car, you can. If you have the fuel script, it's already built into the fuel script, so you don't need the push vehicle script. But if you don't have the fuel script and you want to be able to push a car, there you go. We've got that. I think it's $5. It's super cheap. What's up, Foggy Streams? Okay, I think I need my Twitch mods. Fearless, you're the only one saying that. Everybody else says it shows up too much. That's funny. Alright, so that's pushing. I also released some updates just today, as a matter of fact. Canine is one of them. And I will show you the canine update. We'll spawn us a dog. My favorite. Alright, so it was in the menu, and there's also a command for it, but the toggle hand signals, see, now they're on. So if I tell the dog to sit, I'm going to do the hand signal and the dog will sit. If I toggle that back off, which you can also do canine signal with an S, and it'll do it, toggle him off. So now if I tell him to sit, he just sits. So if you don't want him, now you can turn them off. Where to go? How do I make you a mod? Where do I do that? But that was the big change. Oh, and the other change in Canine was if you're going to search, like if I was going to come over here and this dog was I'm going to search another dog. Can I do that? Yeah, I can. So He's going to come over here and he's going to search this dog. And you see that chat message popping up there? That goes to the people that are nearby around you. And it'll show up every, I don't even know how long, it's like cycles where he goes around. And it'll keep popping up this chat until somebody answers it. That and about 1% of the servers caused it to crash, caused the servers to crash. And I never really knew why. I had an idea of what was happening, but I couldn't really tell you why. Where do I do that? Would it go in Twitch itself? Sorry, folks. I've got people showing up in... How do I get to myself? There. So... Mod... There. Okay. And so it was crashing about 1% of the servers. And I need to say he's not going to find anything. And it had to do with this chat, those chat messages. And I rewrote how that works to hopefully have it not happen anymore. In fact, let me check. I had somebody... that had a ticket open, and I had asked them, let's see if he responded. Okay, it wasn't them. No, now I'm not finding their ticket. They may not have answered me. Sorry, hang on one sec. Where is it? Oh, they haven't answered me yet. Okay, so they were supposed to test it out and make sure that it was working correctly, and they have not. So, what the heck is going on? Sorry, Rich. All right, so that was the big K9 change or changes. That I guess I should get my mouse in the right place. To where I hopefully fix the crash issue on this very small number of servers. And you can toggle the hand signals on and off now. There's also an option in the config for a server to turn the hand signals off completely if you don't want them at all. Sorry, my my bot may be a little tight there, Rich. And what else did I release today? Oh, vehicle damage. This was a big one. Let me spawn in a vehicle. I'm going to spawn in a stupid fast one because that just makes it work better. All right, so... a couple of things people complain about in this script, which this is one of my favorite scripts of all time. It does a ton of stuff. But for instance, in OCRP, they had an issue because we race in game sometimes. And I don't mean like street racing. There's actually tracks that have been put into the game for racing. And... one of them is a dirt track, and it's a new one, and I think Jeff paid quite a bit of money for it. It's a really nice track. It's down by the docks, and they were trying to race on the dirt track one night, and because of vehicle damage and the dirt sliding and the rollovers, it was messing with them. So Jeff went in and disabled the rollovers, which makes complete sense. And he said he decided, I don't want rollovers in anymore. Because if you do a pit maneuver, it's gonna roll. Usually in a chase, somebody's gonna roll over, and I think they just decided that it happened more often than they wanted it to happen, which there are lots of settings that you can tweak things and make it happen less often and things. But anyway, so he has them off. And there are some people that really love the rollovers. And I'm one of them. I love the rollovers. Well, Brain Gap came to me and said, what if you create a toggle to where they can be off server-wide, but you can toggle them on your client if you want to use them. And that was a brilliant idea. Thank you, Hunter. I know you're probably not listening, but that was an excellent idea. So that's what I've done. So you have to be the process of watching for a rollover happens when you get in the car. So you have to put the command when you're not in the car, or it's also in the menu. Let me get to my car menu. Oh, it may not be in the menu. I think I didn't put it in. So it's actually rollovers is the command. And see there, I just turned them off. And if you do it again, it turns them on. So when I get in the car, rollovers are on now. And we'll go over here. Won't talk about my driving anymore. Nope, I didn't get one that time. You know, it doesn't happen every time either. I can't remember what I have my chance set to. I think it's like 50% or something like that. There we go. So there I got a rollover. If I were to get out, toggle it. Rollovers are now off. I'll get back in. Certainly hope this works. Don't hit the coyote. No rollover. No rollover. So you can toggle them on and off now. Just remember, when you toggle it, you have to get into the car for it to set the new process, because that's when it starts it. So if I toggled it now in the car, it says it's on, but it won't be until I get out and back in. Now they're on again. But I want them off for a second. All right, so something else people complained about was the sliding on the dirt. There's a road over here. That if you're driving too fast on the dirt, you lose traction and it's like ice. Like this. But what I've done is I've lessened it. So you have to be going really fast for it to happen. And even if you lose traction, you can regain it and keep going. So it's not like you're on ice anymore and you slide for the next half mile until you run into something. So that's been tweaked as well. So vehicle damage has only gotten better. And so K9 and vehicle damage updates were released today. So if you have bought those before, go grab your updates, because they are available right now. If you haven't, K9 is one of the best-selling scripts I've ever written, which actually surprised me a lot, but people love the dogs, and the dogs work well. So you can use them as pets, or as police dogs. There's commands for both. I've used them in RP many times. In fact, I'm probably going to do it tonight over on OCRP so you can watch what I do and see how it works. And vehicle damage, it's just one of the all-time great scripts that ever happened. It started out as a replacement for, I can't even remember the guy's name, WK vehicle damage, because it had some things that we wanted to customize. So I built a version similar to it, and it just started expanding from there, and we kept having ideas. I say we, I guess that was me at that time, having ideas on what I could add to it. And I found and saw an old script called Cinematic Rollovers, and it was an ancient one. And I saw a video of it, and I thought, that's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And so I kind of figured out how to make that happen, and so I added rollovers. And then I found out that, or I had the idea of, I would like to see tire damage. So I had heard of people doing it, and I saw it done not very well, but so I worked really hard at trying to figure out a way to make tire damage happen. So if you hit something hard enough, I need to buckle up. If you hit something hard enough, you might lose a wheel or a tire, or it may just go flat. Sit there, I'm missing a tire or a wheel. My airbags went off. And my whole wheel came off. It's around here somewhere. I hit that really hard, so there's no telling where it bounced off to. But it comes off, and the wheel actually matches what's on your vehicle, so it's pretty darn cool. I don't know where that wheel went. It may be on the other side. Or it may be under or in. There's no telling. I don't see it, though. Or it may be under the car. I don't know. Disappeared. So if you don't have the vehicle damage script, it's fantastic. I will say, though, that you can't have any other vehicle damage script. They will conflict and fight with each other. And what happens is you run into a speed limit sign on the road, and all of a sudden your engine is dead because they both try to adjust it. And as soon as one of them adjusts it, the other adjusts it, and then it goes back and forth until you have no health left. So you cannot have other scripts in that manage the damage, including the QB Core mechanic script. If you're a QB Core fan, why? But no, I'm sorry. If you are a QB Core user, that mechanic script conflicts. You can modify it and make it work, but just know that you have to do that. In fact, several of my scripts you can make work on QB Core, but you have to work at it. All right, next. What was the other one I released? Doggone it, I had it in my head a minute ago. Oh yeah. And I just put a video out about this yesterday. So I completely rewrote the Under the Influence script. And I have a team of guys that help me test and work on and debug and come up with ideas. They're extremely valuable to the script work. And Whittigle's one of them, Aussie Cop, Joseph, Rich, Ken Jones, and Mark is a new guy who hasn't had a chance to jump in and do much yet, but he will. He'll show up. But Whittigle has been fantastic over the past couple of weeks and spending a lot of time with me in there just messing with scripts and tweaking them and testing them and tweaking them and testing them. And this Under the Influence, he had a big influence on how this one came out. But if you haven't seen it, you basically can, get high. So you got weed, painkillers, whiskey, meth, ecstasy, and the brand new LSD. And watch the video that I just put out on YouTube about this, and it'll show you what all of these animations look like and how this works. But I'm just going to show you the new LSD and the new drunk driving experience. It's hard to show it because you won't know what's happening and why it's so hard to drive when you're under the influence. But it's, if you've driven it before in this script, it's much, much better now. Before, it reversed all the controls, including the gas and brake, and randomly it would switch back and forth, and so it would slam on the brakes while you were trying to drive forward. It doesn't do that anymore. The controls are just mixed up, and they stay the same all the time, but you have to drive it. Yes, Whittacle. I don't think people understand how many hours we spend just on this script alone. Well, we worked on this, I think, the last 2 nights, and it was several hours each night, and it's I can't release it bugged. I want it to work well, and I want it to be interesting, and I want it to be different than what exists out there. That's my goal. If it's the same as the free one you can go get down the road, then what's the point? Why would you need to pay me for the time I spend to build a script if I just build what's already existing? So that's why I try to make them different. I have my own spin on what I think they should do and how they should do it, and it's a little different than a lot of people think, and I think that's been valuable to the scripts that we've turned out. All right, preaching. Probably shouldn't drink before I do this. All right, so I'm going to take some LSD. Every different drug has a different screen effect, and there's a timer up in the upper right corner. The heavy drugs are longer than the than the light drugs. So I'm tripping now, and what can happen during this is at random intervals there are random hallucinations that start, and hopefully you'll get to see some cool hallucinations here in the next 3.5 minutes. You never know when it's going to happen, and you never know what's going to happen. I even know what they are, and it still surprises me. I've got the vanilla crown going tonight. Oh, yeah, here's one of them. It's now raining furniture. And the great thing about that is no other player in the server can see that furniture but you. It's only you. I will say the AI can see it, but I can't do anything about that at this point. I haven't figured out a way around it. But there are several different things that it rains from the sky. Oh, okay. Here's another hallucination. And the other players just see you laying on the ground. You fall down, and they don't see you go up in the air. So you hit the ground again, and it's like you were just laying there and flopping around on the ground. Bowie, that's supposed to happen. That is... I wish I could do melting faces. That would be fantastic. Closest I can get is this weird look right here. Oh, now we've got shaky earth. If I run, I will definitely fall down. So yeah, you get the earth shake. Wow, the vision changed. I don't even know what happened there. I guess I'm tripping. Depends on what it is, Bowie. He's asking me if I do commissions. I don't do them like normal people. Oh, okay. This is a flock of deer that just appear, and no one else can see them but me. And they're also going to follow me wherever I go. Again, the AI can see them, but players cannot. And what the players see is this AI stopping in the middle of the road for no reason. But yeah, if I keep walking, those deer will follow me. But be prepared for what happens. And now we've got clowns. And they will come surround me. And so there are other things that happen as well. That actually scared the crap out of me because I wasn't ready for it. There are other things that happen. I'm now sober because the timer is up. Yeah, so that's LSD. And, you know, thanks to the guys that, especially Whittigold, who hung out and we tested this thing like crazy. And I think I've built a tester to test the flying up in the air thing because we were testing it forever trying to make it work right. So that's the LSD. It's a lot of fun. The whole thing is fun. Let me get drunk and drive a car. So, what should we drive? I don't have all my cars in here. Drive this Audi. Alright, so of course I forgot the slash. I think my slash is breaking. I use it too much. So I'm gonna drink. So now I'm drunk for the next 2 minutes. And the only thing you're going to be able to tell is that my driving sucks. Because it's so hard. Oh, that's not. Oh, dang it. Okay, I can't get my... I didn't say I was any good at it. I can't drive when I'm sober, so... Oh! Tell me you're not going to get pulled over. I forgot to buckle. So, that'll show you that it's really hard to drive when you're drunk. You will get caught. And there is no stepping on the gas lightly. It's all or nothing, man. So... There's also in the DUI, there's the buzzkill, which just sobers you up immediately. All right, what else do I have to show? Yeah, you guys watch OCRP tonight because I think they're going to be doing some Under the Influence tonight because it's brand new on there. I just put it on today. So I think there are going to be some people that are creating some mischief. Let me look at my list of updates here. Huh. Oh, that's right. Let's go to... go to the what's it called? U-Tool. And I just have to show this again because we updated shopping carts this week. We've gotten a lot done. There's a lot of stuff that we've gotten done. If you haven't seen the shopping carts, go watch Ryan and Bugs make a mess with them. So you can grab shopping carts and push them around, and they can ride in them. And I can launch him off this ramp. And we've vastly improved how this works. So while you're pushing it, if you launch it, if you think that looks fun, just try it. You can also hit players with it. Oh, did you see him jump out of the way? That was weird. All right, you can also hit players now, and it'll actually knock them down. So you can get into shopping cart wars. It's a lot of fun. That didn't go so well. And you can die by shopping cart. It also shows his traffic control being updated, but I don't know what I updated in that. Somebody want to remind me? I don't remember that one getting released. You can't spawn shopping carts with this particular thing. You can push whatever's in the game, but if you want to go the object spawner, there are carts, all the carts built into the object spawner, even the homeless carts. So you can bring them into the world, and I can push it around. It's a different animation, and nobody can ride in the homeless cart. Wow, get wrecked. So if you got the object spawner, you can make it work. I missed him. Yeah, I know there's going to be Jackass RP that comes out of this. Ryan and Bugs did spawn all those using the spawner. I can't imagine how long it took them to do that. And how nobody saw them doing it. That's what's crazy. I'm going to look here and see if I can tell. Everybody say hi to Henry in the background. It's Friday. His idea of streaming is talking nonstop. I don't know if I can tell. Let's see. K9 vehicle damage, under the influence, shopping cart, push vehicle. Yeah, I don't think there's been any other updates or new stuff this week. If I did a podcast, would anybody actually listen? Do what? What'd you say?
I see you got the Leo flashlights that you sent screenshots of.
Oh, that's right, the flashlights. Hang on. We're working on the LEO script, and and the menu as well. So I'm working on a radio menu that lets you do all the LEO interactions. So, you know, if I want to cuff him, I can say cuff the player, and if I'm close enough to him, it will. But there's flashlights. I've got one that I hold at shoulder height. And look at those shadows. You can thank Whittigall for that. There's also a waist height flashlight where he's holding it. It's also a custom prop. Big old flashlight. And here's my favorite. This thing is fantastic. A pointable flashlight. So basically, wherever I want to point that flashlight, I can. And you know what else is fantastic? Let's see, I have a gun in my hand, and I point it at him. The flashlight points at him as well. So I can shoot him in the head, all while shining a flashlight on him. So now I've gotten... Oh, it's because I gotta get rid of that. That stance, this stance, it causes the flashlight to go off to the side. So you can't point it at it. I need to fix that. But and in the fog, this thing looks fantastic. Hey, you should go back there behind that tree and I'll turn the fog on.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll bring some fog in. And he's going to shine a flashlight through this tree in the fog. And it's going to be enough to make you want this script. Look at that. Is that not one of the coolest things ever? What are you guys saying? So the flashlight above your head. I can't even imagine that. It would have to be a custom animation, I think, but I don't know how much of the menu actually works right now. Let's see, because I've just been working on implementing it, but so cuff a player. So now he's cuffed. I can also say grab the player. And he walks instead of glides along. There is one up at the shoulder, Bowie. Did you miss that one? I'll do it again here in a minute. If I want to let go, it's the same process. It's toggleable, so you just grab again and he lets go. If you want to uncuff, there's an uncuff. And now he's uncuffed. I can also grab him when he's not cuffed and guide him around and run with him. Or walk. And ungrab the same way. So that's how easy it is to use the new menu. But yes, the shoulder height. Is this the one you were talking about, Bowie? So I've got shoulder height, and here's what it looks like when it's on somebody. He's not completely still. He's actually moving a little bit, so I think it looks fantastic. It's realistic. And I think right now the C key changes the view. So now he'll go to the waist, and if I hit it again, he'll go to the pointable. The problem with C is it also does that backwards view for half a second whenever you're punching it. But yeah, you can switch between them without having to go to the menu. And then X puts it away. And the pointable's the only one that you can use with a weapon. What else is in here?
Nothing much that I can think of, really.
Have they ever seen the putting in a car?
I think we shown that at yeah, I think we showed that last week, didn't we?
Actually, spawn in a car because I don't think I've shown them how you can pull somebody out.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
So one of the issues with the game is you can't pull somebody out of a car that's another player. You can pull AI out, but you can't pull people out. And so I've managed to fix that. Oh, this is the wrong thing. He's going to go to the trunk and open the trunk and get traffic control stuff out, but that's not what I meant. I don't know if this is an option. Oh yeah, pull player from vehicle. Oh, he's going to the wrong door because there's nobody in that door. It goes to the door that you're nearest. So it will not pull people from the back seat, but it will pull them from the front seat and throw them on the ground. So that's fun. And then I can grab him and I can walk up to this car and I can seat him in the car. Or I can unseat him from the car. And here's what's different about this one. If I cuff him or if I put him in that car, any other cop can uncuff him and pull him out of that car without crashing your game. It doesn't care. If he's cuffed, anyone can uncuff him. Even civilians can uncuff him. Anyway, I think that's all I have to show for tonight. Any questions? Oh, have I thought about a spotlight for patrol cars? Have we thought about a spotlight for patrol cars?
Oh, we sure have.
Let's, I don't remember how to do it. How do I do that?
Just slash spotlight, I think.
Yeah. All right, so there's a spotlight that then I can point around on the car. Hey, go ahead and spawn yourself in one, and I'll show them why it's a problem right now.
Okay.
This looks fantastic if you think, hey, why not? It's because it it doesn't network very well, and see how jumpy that is? All the other players are going to see your spotlight jumping like that. It won't be smooth. So I'm working on a solution for it, but it takes a lot of work to get that networked and smooth. I love the look of it, and I think this is exactly what it needs to be. And if I can get it to move smooth, networked, then I think it'll be golden. So that may be a phase 2 thing. I'm planning on releasing this LEO script like a phase 1 and then add stuff to it later. There is a drag a player, like if somebody goes down, they're dead or they're injured or whatever, to where you can drag them off the road. I've got it about half done right now. And I actually built it for the EMS script, but I think it'll go well in this one as well. People have talked about having a riot shield. That's a possibility. Trunk loadouts, to where you can say, here's what I have in my trunk, and you could go back there and pull stuff out of your trunk. Uh-oh. Somehow I just crashed.
Oh no!
I'm not sure why that happened, but
What me?
Anyway, I guess that was it. That was that was all. Any other questions before we bug out? Yeah. Yeah, I think Henry's playing League of, not, I always want to say League of Legends. Rocket League. My other son was League of Legends. Fearless, you're never happy, man. Maybe. It's not something I've put time into as of yet, because I don't know how much it matters, but it's a detail that probably will bother me after a while. So, yeah, I will probably head that direction eventually. Yeah, I think the LEO script's going to be very useful. I think traffic control was the most useful script I've ever built. And that one was another one that really just started out as... what did that start out? I think just flares. It was just putting down street flares. And that's all it was. And I just kept having ideas of things to add to it. And then I learned some things on how to control traffic, and so I added that in. It became a very useful, very cool script. If you haven't seen that, go find the video for traffic control. Actually, there's several, because people use it a lot in OCRP. If you want to do road construction, RP, it's got flagmen and cones and barriers and barrels that actually direct the AI traffic. It's fantastic. County services is still in process. We're working out bugs. It's a tough script, man. It's closer than it's ever been. I know I keep saying that, and we'll run through a round of tests, and I'll get a list of things to look at and tweak, and then we'll go through another round of tests, and I'll get another list to tweak, and it just goes on until I have it where I feel like it's good enough to release. Bugs with 1G. I don't know how much bugs with 2Gs is going to care about the county services. It was Ryan's idea. It was his request. He asked for that script. And it was originally supposed to be super simple, and I thought, oh, that's going to take me no time at all to build. And I started with tow, and tow was easy. And then I just kept adding things to it, and then I wanted to make it as realistic as I could, and then I added a bunch of animations, and then I made it work with players and AI, and there's just a lot there. I can't remember how many lines of code are in it, but it's a lot. And it still has quirks, and some of the quirks are just GTA related. It'll do it one way one time and a different way the next time with the same code, and that doesn't make any sense to a developer, and it'll actually drive you crazy. But we're still working on it every single week, I promise. It's moving forward. It's probably been tested 4 days this week, so I have a list of things to tweak in it right now. And yeah, I think once it's done, I think a lot of people are going to want that script, because it just does a lot. So okay. Evolved. That's a good word, Bowie. That's what they do. And I'm a tweaker. And I don't mean like smoking crack. I mean, I tweak things, and I can't leave them alone. And that's why I make so many updates to my scripts, because I just keep tweaking them, and I keep coming up with ideas, and then somebody will make a suggestion, and it's a really good one, and so I figure out a way to incorporate it, and And now I've got 5 or 6 guys that are very involved in the script testing and stuff, and they all have ideas. So it's not just my ideas anymore that are popping into it. It's several people, and the scripts are just getting better and better. It's fantastic. All right, I'm going to bug out of here and jump on OCRP. You'll probably see Bruce and his dog Husk. Worst name ever. But that's probably how I'll start the evening and see how it goes from there. So I hope to see a bunch of you there. My numbers drop off when I'm doing RP. It's everybody wants to see the scripts. Nobody wants to see me RP. Anyway, Scarlet Claw. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Swoops. I didn't know you were here. All right. I'll see you guys over at OCRP.